Alright guys, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to build the inner workings of the best air gun. Alright, so this may not look like very much right now, but this is just the inner workings. So we have three main parts: the barrel, the air canister, and finally the valve. Alright guys, so the first thing you're gonna need is this brass 5/8 fitting, is 2 faucet washers, 1 rubber washer, and 1 metal washer. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is take one of your faucet washers and push it in. Then take another one and push it in as well, just like that. Alright, so now on the other side, we're going to take our metal washer and we're just going to push that into place. Alright, so now I'm just going to apply a little bit of super glue to the inside of that washer, and then we're going to take this rubber grommet or rubber washer and we're just going to pop that in. So now we're just going to drill a hole right there. Alright guys, so you can see I got the hole drilled. So all you need to do is get a nail, and I sanded it down so it was just the right size. And now you can test your valve. Alright guys, so to test if your valve works, just take a little piece of cotton and put it right on the hole, pull on it, and then while blowing on it, push it in a little and see what happens. So the very last thing we have to do is add a spring to this mechanism. Alright, so to put the spring on, just slide the spring. Alright, and that's the finished valve. Alright guys, so now that we finished the valve, it's time to make the air tank. So what you're going to need, 1.5 inch slip fitting to 1.5 inch threaded. Then we're going to have a 1.5 inch threaded to 3/4 inch threaded. Then we're going to have a brass 3/4 inch threaded to 5/8 threaded. And this is like a 1 foot piece of 1.5 PVC with an 1.5 end cap on it. It's got a 1/2 inch hole drilled in it, and here I have a Schrader valve. You can just get these at the hardware store. And now let's put everything together. So now it's time to glue these two parts together, and also you would be gluing this end cap on. Now when gluing it, make sure you use JB Weld epoxy. Do not use PVC glue, because JB Weld is much stronger than PVC glue. Alright guys, so now it's time to put the valve into the air tank, or connect them rather. Alright, let's test it out. So now that we've finished the valve in the tank, it's time to move on to the barrel. So for the barrel, I'll be using this 3/8" aluminum tube. I just bought this at the local hardware store, but if you don't find it there, you can probably buy one online. So the first thing we're going to do is drill a bunch of holes. Now I'm just going to use my Dremel to clean it up. So now that we finished the slot on the top, we're going to rotate it 90 degrees and we're going to drill a hole. The next thing you're going to need is a 3/8" diameter wooden dowel. Now you can see this one is aluminum because that's what I had around it. So now we're going to drill a hole right here, and I can't tell you exactly where to drill it. The proportions are going to probably be different on yours. Alright, so there we go. So now when this is pulled back all the way to this position, this hole should be open. So now rotate the barrel 180 degrees. We're going to drill a hole right there. Alright guys, so if you've done everything correctly, you should be able to put a 3/8 steel ball in, slide this forward, and the 3/8 ball should be resting in front of this hole. That is very important. Huh, what's this? I bet I could use this for something. That's kind of weird. It fits perfectly onto my barrel. And while I'm at it, I might as well glue a little magnet right here. So now if you've done everything correctly, you should be able to slide this back, put a steel ball in, slide it forward. The steel ball should clip to the magnet. Then you can slide this back a little ways and blow. Well, I'd say that's works. Also, I made a notch so that the nail can pop down. So now, for those of you who couldn't guess, the final stage is gluing this tube to our valve. Alright guys, so for the first ever test shot, we're just gonna grab a steel ball, load it in, then grab our hammer and fire. Alright guys, so this might look pretty lame, but I only pumped this up to 10 psi. This air tank can hold up to about 100 psi. Alright guys, so thanks for watching part 1 of my 2-part series on how to build the best air gun there is. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the Fat Fanny Pack.